How do you buy a foreclosed home? That's what we're going to show you today and give you some useful information that if you want to get into the world of foreclosures to pick up some great deals on rentals or fix and flips, this is how you do it. So please know first and foremost that every state's going to be a little bit different in their procedures. We're talking about Louisiana as it stands right here, and we're actually at a foreclosed house. It's vacant, and you can see all the notices on the door. So what happened here, as in any foreclosure, obviously the homeowner got behind on payments to the point that they weren't able to catch up, and the bank said, hey, we're calling the loan, we're taking back the collateral on the loan, which is the house. So the first way that you can pick up a great deal on a foreclosure is the pre-foreclosure process. Foreclosure is more of this process that once it goes and the bank takes it back, it becomes real estate owned, as they call it, an REO. The foreclosure is what happens when the homeowner's behind all the way up until the bank takes it back. And in the pre-foreclosure process, the owner, the person who's behind, still owns the property. The bank can't sell it, the bank can't do anything with it. If it's vacant, they can secure it like they did to the house back here. But if the owner still owns it, they're the only ones that can sell it. So if you can find the owner, if they live in the house, or there's some type of forwarding address that you can find, or do like a white pages search online and look up their phone number, call them, send them a letter, knock on the door, and then they're behind, they may not know what to do, and you can offer them, hey, I'll pay off the loan, I'll give you $10,000, or whatever number works, and they'll sell it. Not always. You might have to meet 3, 4, 10 people, talk with them before you get that yes. But the fortune there is in the follow-up. And you just kind of go through those numbers, and you're going to get somebody that says yes. They're going to take 5 or 10,000, or maybe it's 15,000 is the magic number. Because otherwise, if it goes to sheriff's sale, they're not getting anything. So that's process one. As it goes further down the line, the house is going to go to what's called the auction or the sheriff sale. Here locally, the local sheriff department holds a sale. It's Wednesdays, 10 a.m. in our parish, and they auction off the properties. And there's a lot of investors there, as well as the attorney for the bank. The bank typically wants to take the house back, or they'll let somebody else bid on it as well. Bid above them is what I'm saying. As long as they get the money they want out of it. Sometimes the bank feels like, no, that house is worth it and we can resell it and maybe even make a couple of dollars. That's a possibility. But the bank really doesn't want to own the property. They just kind of want to get what's owed, that RIT, that principal amount that's still due on the loan. And that's what they're looking for. So if the house is worth it, you go to the auction and you can bid on the property. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of investors there and there's a lot of people bidding. So I recommend going to 1 or 2 or 4 auctions before you even start bidding on the property, so you're comfortable with the process, because it moves fast, man. It moves fast. So just be aware of that. And then knowing you're dealing also with some savvy investors. So that's the second way you can pick it up. You can win the bidding at auction. Typically, you're not able to know what's going on inside the house prior to the auction, so just be aware of that. You're kind of buying it inside unseen, so do your homework beforehand. Very, very important. And then lastly is that if the bank takes it back at the auction, then typically what the bank does, either they're going to post it on their website and kind of do they may know some investors, they may just market it on their own website and not hire a realtor. Maybe they'll do an auction, or most often they're going to hire some type of realtor, and then it's going to be posted online in the multiple list service on realtor.com, on Zillow, where you can then do through a regular purchase process. There's still a discount that you're going to get on that price typically. In other words, you can get a decent deal on it. That's where most people are finding the bank-owned properties. And so you might not get the best price as if you actually get it at the auction or the pre-foreclosure process. Those are the 3 ways that you can buy a foreclosed home. You can find online a bunch of lists, foreclosure lists online. maybe it's $100, maybe a little bit more, maybe less, or some type of monthly subscription. Keep in mind, that's not just what's foreclosed on. The bank doesn't necessarily own those yet. That's going to be a mix of also pre-foreclosures where you're still talking with you'd have to approach the homeowner. And a lot of times the information isn't clear. So know what you're getting into, and really, before you buy that list, you can go to your local courthouse and probably get that same list for $3 or $4 and then do a little homework on your end, and then you'll really understand how foreclosures work and what the market's like if you do your own research like that and then get a real grip on it. Now, I also would recommend in that instance, get in touch, develop a relationship with a title company, somebody who can do the title search for you, and make sure that if you're going through this pre-foreclosure route, that you wind up making sure that there's no second mortgages on there and that the homeowner is telling you everything up front, everything that they should. So please keep that in mind. Develop a relationship with the title company. So those are the 3 ways you can really pick up a foreclosure. If you like the content, if this has been helpful, by all means, please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Blake DeBott. I'm with Magnolia Home and Auto. Living in the Gulf South means we must always be prepared for the possibility of a hurricane arriving with little warning. To ensure you're ready in case a storm heads our way, here are a few essential tasks to be handled beforehand. Number 1, review your insurance policy. Double check that your policy is active and hasn't been canceled. Sometimes cancellation notices can get lost, leaving you without coverage. Confirm that your policy is in place and has been paid. Take the time to understand your coverages and deductibles, and don't hesitate to discuss any uncertainties with your agent. Number 2, gather important documents. If you have flood or homeowner's insurance, make sure you have copies of the policy's declaration page. Be sure to take these documents with you if you have to evacuate. Number 3, keep contact information handy. Obtain direct contact numbers for your insurance carrier so you can file a claim if necessary. During a storm, power outages may make it difficult to reach your agent, so having the carrier's contact information on hand will help you start the claims process promptly. Number 4, document your belongings. Prior to a hurricane's arrival, take video and photos of your home and its contents. This documentation should include all interior furniture, electronics, clothing, and other valuables. Don't forget to capture the entire exterior of your home, including the roof's condition, as well as any detached structures. By completing these tasks in advance, you can better protect yourself and your property in case of a storm. Being prepared ensures a smoother claims process and gives you peace of mind during uncertain times. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out via phone or email, and stay safe.